official taste of the Virgil's Zero Black Cherry. I've never had these before. Good morning, April 2nd. Woke up at 4:30 this morning to go grab some ice, and I made my drink. Have you ever used one of these? Blend Jet 2. So I bought this quite a few years ago, so I could have my protein powder while I traveled. And this was recalled, the base, because they were burning up, catching on fire. Thankfully mine didn't. But I sent it, and it took about 2-3 months to get it back. And now I got it back just in time to go here, so that's great. You can't put a lot in there, but you can put ice, protein powder, and like a banana. One time I tried to put, I think, peanut butter, banana, maybe some blueberries. I didn't mix it all up. I mean, even now the ice, there's little shavings of ice, but it's not bad. About 9 till 5. The gym opens at 5. Hopefully it's not too much of a hassle to pay the $10 and go work out. And I hope it's not too busy. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Wonderful. It's pouring down rain. And there's no sidewalk to the gym. It's all in the nice wet grass. Here we go. All right, we did it. It's kind of crowded in there. It's a big gym, but it was really crowded. Hopefully you can hear me. There's an interstate right next to the gym and the hotel. But yeah, they had plenty of equipment for me to do my workout just as normal. And a couple of machines I had to kind of wait a little bit, but not too bad. But yeah, workout done. While on the road, now I get to walk in the grass again, the wet grass. I know, stop complaining. Did the workout, survived the wet grass, wet soggy grass. I mean, it's just that you know, when you got shoes on, you got socks, and your feet get wet, and your socks get wet. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just not a very fun feeling. Obviously, I survived. So as you can see, I got my breakfast. Been taking the stairs. I'm on the 3rd floor. Been taking the stairs to make sure I get my steps in. Plus, it takes a while for the elevator. But I've been taking the stairs. But I grabbed my breakfast. It's a bacon, cheddar, and egg scrambler. There's no potatoes in it. It really looks like powdered eggs, which I believe it's powdered eggs. And then I grabbed some sausage. I know sausage, processed meat, isn't the best, but I thought for hotel, it's not too bad. For hotel living, I should say. But yeah, the workout went really good. Like I said before, it was super busy. At first it was kind of busy, and then it got really busy. And at one point I looked around, and I think it seemed like every machine had one person on it. It had free weights, it had the machines, and then in the middle it had the kind of grass, kind of that CrossFit-looking CrossFit box that some gyms are trying to incorporate into their gym. I could see why it was an upcharge, because it had huge tennis facility where I didn't go look. Maybe tomorrow I'll go look to see how many tennis courts it had. But it's a huge facility for tennis. And I know the one in Tulsa has an upcharge for that as well, because it's basically part of it. They bought a tennis, I can't remember what it was called 91st Tennis and Recreation or something like that. So it was a gym with a bunch of tennis courts. But, all right, I'm gonna eat my breakfast and get ready for the day and head to work. All right, back from work. Another nice long day. Good work day though. I actually got to do a project, so that was great. Just looking outside, it's really sunny. My view isn't exactly the greatest. Hold on. It's, oops, hold on. I can see the roof basically. That's about it. It's just the roof. So for dinner, I went, well, today at the job, some people were like, hey, what did you do last night? I said, well, I ate at the hotel. It wasn't all that great. And they're like, you need to go out to eat. You need to have some Kansas barbecue. So they said Joe's, which used to be Oklahoma Joe's, which is now Kansas Joe's. But we have Oklahoma Joe's in Oklahoma. I've been there.
And I actually been to the one in Kansas where it was out of a gas station, and it's good. But then someone else mentioned a place called Jack Stacks. I've never been before, never heard of it. And I thought barbecue is a safe place as far as like getting some meat, getting some protein. So I drove out there, nice restaurant, really nice restaurant, and got me some burnt ends and he talked me into getting some beans. Ooh, they were good. The burnt ends were good. The barbecue sauce, wasn't all that much of a fan of the barbecue sauce, but the beans were delicious. Now, I know the beans, I'm sure the beans and the sauce had sugar in it, so not carnivore, probably too many carbs for keto, but it's still, for lunch I had, lunch. The leftover meat I told you about in the previous video, yeah. I extended the time on the meat way too much. It tasted a little funny, and then it bothered my stomach for a little bit, but then I was fine after a while, so I'm okay, but yeah. So I had that, just meat. It was a bratwurst, a beef patty, and a chicken thigh. The bratwurst was probably the one that tasted kind of funny. And then for dinner I had the burnt ends. But what I did was for tomorrow I stopped by Sprouts and I grabbed some shredded chicken. I'm thinking, it's shredded chicken, all white meat. So that'll be some good protein. And then for breakfast, or I might save these to have these with lunch, some already hard-boiled eggs from Sprouts as well. And I've been drinking no sugar sodas like Coke Zero and Dr. Pepper Zero. But my girlfriend really wants me to try to get away from aspartame and sucralose as much as possible. So I'm trying these Virgil's black cherry, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 net carbs, 0 aspartame, 0 artificial flavors, and 0 aftertaste. So I'm gonna try that later after they get chill in the refrigerator to see how they taste. Because I do like a sweet taste. So can I have diet sodas or zero sodas on carnivore or keto? I would think so, since there's no carbs, none of that stuff. So anyway, we'll see how it tastes. Official taste of the Virgil's Zero black cherry. I've never had these before. Let's see how they taste. I've tried like stevia or stevia. I've been drinking Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero. I've had Waterloo, which is good, but the black cherry. I've had bubbly. I've had quite a few other ones. Even the Walmart Sam's Choice or whatever it's called. And it really depends. It's weird how different brands will have flavors that are really good and then flavors that are like blah. So I want to try this one because it claims 0 calories. Well, I already told you. No aftertaste. Let's see. It's got an aftertaste. It's not bad though. Well, there it is. It's got to have stevia in there, right? For it to have that kind of a taste to it. Where does it say where it's sweetened with? Ingredients: sparkling filtered water, sweetener, blend, erythritol, stevia leaf extract. That's what I'm tasting. The stevia. Yeah. It's got a very similar aftertaste. Isn't the stevia? They have there's a pot called Stevia, seltzer, sparkling water, whatever you want to call it, or 0 sugar soda. I don't know, yeah, soda. And it's got 7 grams of carbs, so I can't drink a lot of these if I'm trying to go low carb. Anyway, there's my review of the Virgil's Black Cherry Zero. It's got that stevia aftertaste that I'm not sure I could get used to. Oh well. Also, if you watched this far, thank you so much. I'm not getting a lot of views on these, which is fantastic. I'm just doing this to kind of journal and vlog and document my journey that I'm on right now. It reminds me of back in the day when I would just talk to you guys, talk to the audience, and just share my story rather than try to do fancy edits and things like that. So I appreciate it. I love your comments. I try to comment back. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm gonna do a lot more stuff with this as far as following my journey up into my nephew's wedding and afterwards, as long as it takes me to finally get rid of these last 35 pounds.